Hello, here's a healthy recipe for you to try. You need two plantains. You see, they're green and yellow, so quite firm. Not too yellow because it'll be too soft. And you need some salt, just a little salt to taste. I'm using coconut oil here, but you could use olive oil if you want, or avocado oil. And that's a slicer I got from Costco, and I think it's really, really good and very easy to use instead of a knife. Or you could just use a knife. Now you just need to cut off the ends of the plantain and slice the skin and peel it off. Do that for both plantains. Excuse my battered chopping board. I'm going to get a new one after seeing it on camera. Okay, now time to slice. With this, you can set the thickness of how thick you want your whatever you're slicing to be. So I set it, and after a few slices, I noticed that it was too thick. So I just made it slightly thinner and try it again. And now it looks right. So I'm going to show you to see how thin it should be, what you're aiming for. That's it. And just keep slicing till you're done. And in a second, I'll fast forward through this, not to bore you. Okay, so done. Everything's all sliced. Now just time to add some salt. I add very little salt, as you can see, just to taste. I want to maintain the sweetness of plantain because I really like how sweet it is, but I like a little salt. Just mix it together to get the salt around. And you also need to preheat your oven for about 10 minutes minimum. Here you see I'm using a baking paper instead of aluminium foil. I will explain in the comment section. I use baking paper more now and aluminium foil less. You need to grease the sheet, the paper. This is to make sure that the plantain doesn't stick on the pan, on the paper, on the sheet. And you also need to grease the plantain. This helps it bake better, just a little, just so it ends up golden brown and doesn't burn. Mix it around, and I'll just add the plantain to the pan. Use a spatula or a fork or something to spread the chips around. And now it's ready. So put it in for about 10 minutes. I just opened the oven to check how well it was doing. So time to just turn it around. It's quite sticky, but not too bad. It was still baking at this point. Left it in for 5 minutes and came back. And you can see it's browner here. Moved it around a little, played around with it. And left it in for like 5-10 minutes. Now you see here it's not very dark, but it's quite dark. I was just a little impatient and hungry, so I just brought it out. Leave it till it's browner than that if you want, but it still tastes nice this way when it's yellow. Add it to your bowl or your plate, whatever you're going to use. You can see it's quite hard, which is what you're aiming for. If you leave it to cool, it actually gets harder, but again, I was peckish and I'm just a greedy person. And I just wanted to add a little bit of spice to it, so I got some soya pepper, which I got from Nigeria. That's a Nigerian spice. I just added a little to give it a little kick, make it slightly spicy, and just mix that around. My hand will come back in a second, or my hands will come back. That's it. Okay, just stir it around to get the pepper everywhere. And that's it really. Done. I'm just showing you how it looks. Again, leave it for a bit longer to cool down and it gets hard and crispy. All right, so that's it done. Very easy, doesn't take too much time. It's healthier than deep frying, obviously. So give it a try, and I'll see you soon. Bye.